Usually after a long hiking day, I need two things. One, it's a good meal, and the second one is a good rest. And the good rest comes with a good sleep, and the good sleep comes with a good sleeping bag. So today's video is all about the sleeping bags. Hello and welcome to my channel. One company reached out to me and they asked me if I want to try one of them products. And I said, if this is an outdoor gear, then absolutely yes. So they sent me this mini punching bag. This mini punching bag, it's a sleeping bag. It's a sleeping bag from the company QEZER. I never heard about this company, so you probably never heard about this company either. So that's another reason why you should watch this video. Even though they sent me this sleeping bag for free, this video is not sponsored, so I can give you my honest opinion about this item. And for me, this is a very new product. Why? Because I'm kind of an old school guy and a caveman, you know, and if I have an item and if the item does the job for me, I don't see the reason to change it. So that's why I have a couple of my old ones and I want to compare the new one with my old ones. And hopefully, maybe I will switch. And the first thing what I want to do, I want to show you what information do we have on this sleeping bag. So first of all, what we have is the temperatures. And the temperature is that +5, it's comfort, -8, it's a transition temperature, and -12, it's extreme. The size is 2 meters 15 centimeters long and 80 centimeters wide. The weight is 1 kilogram 560 grams, and the field power is 620. For the people who doesn't know what means field power basically is how much stuff is in the sleeping bag. I will leave all the information in this video description. You can read it because I don't want to make this video too long. And also you can zip 2 of these sleeping bags together for these romantic camping nights. And there is more information on the tag is the model, and the model is QDM A1000, and the fabric is 400T nylon. It's filled with the dug down, and this is a first sleeping bag with it dug down, which I'm gonna actually use because all the other one it's filled with just a synthetic material. The letter R, I believe, means the regular, and the blue is the actual color of the sleeping bag. It's a mixture with black and blue. And also there is more information on the tags, and so it's basically, it says how you should use this sleeping bag. I will leave all the links below related with the sleeping bag, so you can actually check them out. Enough to talk, let's go outside and let's pull this sleeping bag out of his compression pouch. This is my current sleeping bag collection, including the new one, the QEZER sleeping bag. And I will show you what I have. I have this old French military sleeping bag, and I'm using only for the fishing trips to take a quick nap, only because he's absolutely waterproof and I don't have to bring anything else. Basically, I can get into the sleeping bag in any kind of weather condition, have a nap and carry on doing whatever I was doing. But this sleeping bag is not a match to the others, so it's actually out of the question. My main one is the North Face Dolomite sleeping bag, and I'm gonna be comparing the new QEZER to my old one. But how I said, these two sleeping bags, they're very different because the Dolomite, it's filled with synthetic material, and it's a very different style sleeping bag. I will show you everything when I pull the sleeping bags out of them compression bags. And very quickly, I will show you what I kind of like it a bit more than my old one, is that the QEZER has this mini clip for the fast access to the sleeping bag. Yeah, so I can just click and I can take the compression bag off and I can pull the sleeping bag out of his pouch. When my old one has only these straps, and I have to undo every single one of them to take the sleeping bag out of his pouch. And the new sleeping bag comes with a storage bag. Again, this is a first time for me. I never had a sleeping bag with a storage bag. It's kind of cool that the QEZER adding all these extras. Both sleeping bags, out of them compression pouches, and they're ready to go. And when I said that these two sleeping bags, they are very different style and a very different type, it's because my old one, how you can see, it's just a regular sleeping bag with a simple entrance, quick access to get in and out. When the QEZER is a mummy style. So it comes with this hoodie. All you can see is just basically just the face or the head of the person inside, and the rest you are fully covered. But now I will show you one of the main differences between these two sleeping bags. This is the regular one, yeah, and look at the thickness. I want you to see the actual size of the sleeping bag and the thickness, yeah? So this is the old one, this is the regular one. And now I will show you the QEZER. Look how thick is this sleeping bag. How fluffy is this sleeping bag. The reason is because the QEZER sleeping bag is filled with the duck down, when my old one has only simple synthetic material inside. This is, for me, it's like a very first experience with the duck down sleeping bag, because I'll mention I never had one. I always been using only the sleeping bag filled with the synthetic material, and it was kind of good for me. But now what I want to do, I want to get in these sleeping bags, and I will show you how it actually looks with the person inside, and how much space do you have, and is it comfortable or not. And my old sleeping bag, the regular one, is ready to go. And how you can see, I really like about this sleeping bag because of the quick access to it. I can just unzip it, and then I can just get inside, and I'm in a sleeping bag. I'm already in the sleeping bag, and how you can see, it's a good size. And also, most of the time I'm using the sleeping bag just as a cover, as a blanket, because I'm not very sensitive to cold, to be honest, and it's more, I'm not a big fan of the hot weather. And this sleeping bag is warm, and how I said, if I need to get out from the sleeping bag, it's up and I'm out. So now this is probably the biggest concern about the mummy style one, because I want to see how quick I can get in and get out from the sleeping bag. So the QEZER sleeping bag is ready to go, and how you can see, it's blue color inside. Absolutely don't mind, because nobody really sees what's going on inside, but I prefer a bit like darker or like a natural nature colors, like green, brown. I don't mind black, yeah? So let me get into this sleeping bag, and we will see. Okay, so if I'm getting in, not fully, I can use same as my old one, just as a blanket without closing the sleeping bag. Yeah, so how you can see, it's okay. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. Oh my goodness. Ooh. This sleeping bag, it's, I don't know how many times is hotter than my old one. Jesus, I'm sweating already. Okay. Well, it's, of course, outside is like 24, I think, plus, so that's the reason why I'm sweating, because you definitely don't need a sleeping bag when you have such a temperature outside. But I don't think so that I would want to fully get into it and zip myself in, and I don't know, I like the freedom. I like the freedom of movement, Yeah, how you can see the legs because of the mummy shape. Yeah, so there is not much room for the legs. Like if you know, if you like to sleep, you know, like that. Well, I cannot really do with my old one, same, but it's definitely a bit more room inside. How you can see, this sleeping bag, it's for people who really love stay in a warm environment. My gosh, I'm sweating. Ooh, this sleeping bag is hot. Still, I cannot believe how thick is a QEZER sleeping bag to compare with my old one. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Look how fluffy. Wow. The difference between the synthetic material and the duck down is like a day and night. And I forgot to mention that the QEZER is the lighter sleeping bag, because my old one, it weighs about 1 kilogram 800 grams, and the QEZER is only 1 kilogram 560 grams. So it's thicker and is lighter. Wow. So this video was my mini review of the QEZER sleeping bag. But this is not the end. Why? Because till I'm not gonna try this sleeping bag in the field, in the actual camping situation, I'm not gonna be able to judge it. So that means the part 2 is incoming of this sleeping bag review. So if you wanna see the second part and probably the last and the real decision of how good or bad is the sleeping bag, follow my channel, subscribe, and you're not gonna miss that video or second part. I hope that you gonna be able to build some opinion about this sleeping bag, because I'm already building actually the opinion, and so far my opinion and my judgment is not bad. Yeah, but how I said, until I'm not gonna try in the field, I'm not gonna be able to fully decide is it good or bad. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. You all take care.